Welcome, Pio fans. It's hard to believe that the year is coming to a close, but don't you worry because we have plenty SHU Sports action coming your way. I'm Anthony Saccone.
And I'm Chris Anthony. Let's just jump right into it. Why don't you get us caught up on the big weekend men's lacrosse just had?
Well, Chris, men's lacrosse looked to keep their season alive as this weekend was the deciding factor. Men's lacrosse had one final regular season game left, but this wasn't any normal regular season game. If the Pioneers won this road game against Hobart, they would clinch berth in the NEC tournament. This contest was a back-and-forth affair early on, but SHU was able to break a 2-2 tie off a goal from senior TJ Fitzel. After the Fitzel goal, the Pioneers hit their stride as they went on to defeat Hobart 10-6 and earn themselves the 4th seed in the NEC tournament. Leading the way in this victory for the Pioneers were junior Max Tuttle, who tallied a game-high 4 goals, while fellow classmate Joe Sagisi added a goal and an assist, and sophomore goaltender Brooks Dutton made 14 total saves, earning him the win in net. And Dutton's performance earned him NEC Men's Lacrosse Defensive Player of the Week, while Tuttle earned Offensive Player of the Week. Men's lacrosse will take on host and number 1 seed in the NEC tournament, St. Joseph's University, starting today at 1 p.m. Guys, if you can't make it out to the game, you can most certainly catch the matchup online on necfrontrow.com.
Another Sacred Heart team fighting to keep their postseason hopes alive is the Sacred Heart softball team, who was quite busy over the past week. Sacred Heart wrapped up their final week of their April schedule, going 3-3 with 2 of their losses coming by 1 run. On Thursday, SHU faced off against a non-conference opponent in the Saints of Siena. Sacred Heart would walk away with their win in both games, as Game 1 came down to freshman Colleen Walsh's 1 hit, 1 run, and 3 strikeout performance, while the win in Game 2 came down to Sacred Heart's offense. On Saturday, it was SHU Senior Day as they honored the 6 seniors before game time. In the first game, it was a 1-1 tie, but in the 5th inning, the Red Flash took the lead on a 1-out single as the Pios dropped Game 1 2-1. In Game 2, the only run in the game came in the 6th inning as SFU broke Emily Orozco's no-hitter with a home run to left as they lost Game 2 1-0. On Sunday, they traveled to LIU Brooklyn as the Pioneers split the doubleheader. The Blackbirds came away with a 2-0 shutout in Game 1, but SHU answered in Game 2 with 4 runs of their own to win Game 2 4-0. In Game 2, junior Haley DeRogers had a triple as she scored on fellow junior Stephanie Mangiamelli's sac fly to right to get SHU on the board. Graduate student Kellen Fillmore had a home run in the 3rd to put them up 2-0. Senior Fallon Bavino got her career-high 20th RBI as she singled to make it 3-0. And to end the scoring, Fillmore hit a sac fly to conclude the scoring for the Pios. Sophomore Emily Orozco had the complete game shutout, only allowing 4 hits. She has now tied a program high at the D1 level in wins with 29. They also did that back in 2011. Also, Fillmore has a career single-season high with her 5th home run of the season, as she now has 13 on her career. The Pioneers go into their last weekend of regular season play as they hit the road for their final NEC doubleheader against Mount St. Mary's this Sunday starting at noon. After the final weekend of NEC play concludes, SHU will know where they sit in the NEC tournament.
From all of us here at the SHU Sports Report, we want to wish men's lacrosse and softball good luck as they head into their respective NEC tournaments. Keep up with their tournament play through SacredHeartPioneers.com or through NECFrontRow.com.
After the commercial break, we have our very own Ryan Toohey will have more Sacred Heart sports action with the final update corner of the season.
Hello and welcome to the final update corner of the semester. I'm Ryan Toohey. We'll throw on our spikes and singlets and hit the track with the men's and women's track and field teams. Both the men's and women's teams competed at the Yale Springtime Invitational on Sunday. From the men's side, senior Michael Kearns had quite the day at shot put. He threw a season best of 14.98 meters and won the event. This puts him in 4th place in the NEC rankings. Kearns also put on a performance in the discus as well. He had a mark of 41.70 meters, which was good for 3rd place. Elsewhere, sophomore Elijah Pearson continued his great season by finishing 2nd in the 100-meter event and 4th in the 200-meter dash race. Pearson created new personal bests in both events. Additionally, sophomore Brandon Parker finished behind Pearson in 3rd place in the 100-meter dash, finishing in 11.20 seconds. On the women's side, senior Camille McKenzie won the 400-meter hurdles event, finishing with a time of 1:04.08 seconds. This put her into 5th place in the NEC rankings. Junior Tanya Wade also had a big day as she finished the 100-meter dash second with a personal best 12.43 seconds. That moves her into 11th place in the NEC rankings. McKenzie and Wade then teamed up along with sophomore Adrienne Farcucci and freshman Abigail Johnson to win the 4x100 meter relay, finishing in 49.05 seconds. Senior Selena Sampiri also joined in on the fun as she won the pole vault competition by clearing 3.40 meters, moving her to 8th in the NEC. In the throwing events, SHU had a pile in each event, finishing within the top 3. Senior Jenna Rothermel landed in 3rd in both the discus and hammer. In shot put, freshman Catherine Matriciano took 3rd with a new personal best of 12.65 meters, while freshman Lauren Tanner took 3rd in the javelin throw event. The track teams are back in action this weekend at the Northeast Conference Outdoor Track and Field Championships at Mount St. Mary's University in Emmitsburg, Maryland. The women's team looks to defend their title and make it 4 in a row, while the men's team looks to knock off 4-time winner CCSU. Day 1 starts on May 5th, and some of the events will be covered by NECFrontRow.com. That'll wrap up this 2017 through 18's final segment of the Update Corner. I'm Ryan Toohey, and after the break, Chris and Anthony will get you caught up on rowing and men's golf.
Welcome back to the SHU Sports Report. We have 2 more teams to get you caught up on. Anthony, why don't you start off the home stretch with rowing?
Well, Sacred Heart Rowing had their final event over the weekend for one last warm-up before the MAC Championships. Sacred Heart Rowing traveled to New Rochelle on Saturday to compete in the Spring Mets. The Varsity 8 started off the weekend winning its preliminary heat against a competitive field, earning them a chance to square off in the finals. There, the Varsity 8 team placed second with a time of 7:38.88. Only 7 seconds behind first-place finisher Fairfield University. The Novice 4 boat rounded out the weekend taking bronze in their race. Their third-place finish came with a time of 6 minutes and 41.7 seconds. Up next for Sacred Heart Rowing is the MAC Championships as they head to Cooper River in Camden, New Jersey on Sunday, May 13th.
To cap everything off, Sacred Heart men's golf traveled to Daytona Beach over the weekend to fight for the NEC championship title. The Pios started the weekend off with a slow start as they finished in 7th after day 1. But as the weekend went on, the Pios found their groove and continued to improve. Freshman Saptak Talwar led the Pios with a 2-over par at 74 to tie for 4th overall. He led the field with 14 pars on day 1. On day 2, the Pios finished in 4th overall. Talwar continued his play inside the top 10 of the leaderboard, finishing the day with 3 over 75 to sit 6th overall. On the final day, Talwar used a 5 under 67 to get on top of the leaderboard before winning the 2018 NEC Individual Championship with a playoff victory over CCSU's Anthony Sebastianelli. As a team, Sacred Heart finished 3rd overall. Talwar becomes the 4th Pioneer to earn the individual title since Peter Ballo back in 2014. With Talwar's individual title win, he is one of 45 individual golfers to secure a spot in the 2018 NCAA Division I Men's Golf Regionals. The NCAA Regionals will run from May 14th to the 16th. Be sure to keep up with Talwar and his trip to the Regionals by visiting sacredheartpioneers.com.
Again, we here at the SHU Sports Report just want to wish the best of luck to all of our Sacred Heart sports teams, whether they're heading to a conference championship or an NCAA regional.
On that note, we will end the 2017-18 season here on the SHU Sports Report. It has been a great year for the Pioneers, and we look forward to bringing you all of your Sacred Heart sports action, highlights, and more for the 2018-2019 season when we come back in September. From all of us here at the SHU Sports Report, I'm Chris Caioza.
And I'm Anthony Saccone. Have a wonderful summer.